really intermarried within the mountain. Okay. So this is Ambere, who was married a Kikuyu. So they were Kikuyus from Muranga. They were excited to see me. That's after election.
Yes.
And then so I was asking them, like, I've heard what Pedem is. But the beauty about it is there is no single person who doesn't like them. Maybe
Actually, there were glitches in the election.
Yeah.
So apparently, there is one of the guys who was contesting who hires magicians. I don't know if they call them magicians or witch doctors.
yes.
So hires witch doctors, and in each polling station to basically confuse people as they get in. And something is done over a period of time. So one of the campaign last day activities was to hire local pastors, 2 of them for each of the polling stations.
Yes.
So then they actually brought us a list of
pastors,
2 of them for each of the very north polling stations, so that they would pray and of course chase away the witchcrafts.
This is very interesting.
So now people have seen me. We have implemented what we promised, like a free day secondary school.
wait. Yeah. So you're offering free secondary school for students?
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I mean, I just read somewhere something that caught my attention of Elon Musk coming up with a floating shoe, where the idea is actually they can fly by wearing that shoe.
I'm so happy with my people, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if I could get a bulk and pesa and bless everyone in Brere North. Yes. They are the best people right now.
Yeah. Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Uko sawa?
Kabisa. How is 2025? 2026.
Yeah, you can unaishi in the past. Ni nani huyu utapenda 25? Kama una jamaa hapo 25 unataka kuachana na yeye.
Umemepa ama inamaanisha hujaandika anything official 2026.
Yeah, but
you're still in now just sign check.
Pale uliwacha hata ule 2025 kama bado sikona na kachari.
Tatafuta, tapangwa.
Kisha bado ako single. Hadi utatoka kwa kushoot tu kamera.
Uko single? Oh.
Tawacha tu kushoot kamera na kuzoom. Akuzoom kwa wewe yako tu ili akuchukue.
Anyway, welcome back. We have missed to be here. It's been, I think, 2 months. Whose fault?
That's you.
Must be.
It's
I mean, tunasema yes madam.
But I think I failed you once.
Exactly.
Yeah, but,
and he failed 45 times.
45?
Yeah, 45 times.
No, ni shida ni chai. She cannot cook tea.
This
I only have to say avidikie chai now you're the second year. Chai.
Basi mimi tuwezi kuwa marafiki. We can't be friends.
You know, actually, vita the last year, zibaki last year.
Kwanza utengeneze
chai basi vita ishe.
Hiyo vita inaisha.
Sasa kuipikia mbele.
Bere.
Ndio sawa. Tatafuta kahawa.
Unataka maziwa fresh ya kukamua ama ya sparkle? Fresh. Na unataka ile ng'ombe ya reserve ama hii fresh na hizi za kidogo?
Hapo no sasa yani chai hapo naanza chai.
Tutapika chai.
You need to first do domestic tourism before you go to do Masai Mara and the wild. There are different types of cows.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're a farmer?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh.
I can't find it.
Madawa mzuri.
Madawa mzuri. Unataka madawa?
Yeah, ile dawa.
Pharmacist
inakusaidia kukua sawa sawa.
Oh, like okay.
That's why I campaign we scam Wamuthende.
By the way, this Wamuthende thing. Maybe even that's why we should start. But I really just wanted to recap last year. However, this Wamuthende name.
Yes.
How did it come to be?
Some opponents invented it. You mean the Mudendeko or Muthende?
Wamuthende.
Muthende is a big name in Dawa, where I come from.
Okay.
That's my late dad's nickname. And I decided to use this. And I think wherever he is, he must have used some magic because now it's a very big name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually Wamuthende, like Mtoto wa Muthende.
Oh, mtoto wa.
Muthende is now the guy who is resting somewhere in peace.
Aha.
Yes.
So an orphanage.
But it was such an issue.
Yes.
It took time to get the name on his official news.
Yeah.
Kwanza, there's something God did for.
Yes.
Okay.
But just I'm not protesting.
Yeah, maybe for people who want to change their name.
Yeah.
Because I actually realized you can actually do it. Like for me, I never liked Muriuki, which is a name for a long time. So ningebadilisha. So you go to the chief,
Okay.
get a letter.
Okay.
You go to the registrar of persons. You take fingerprints. They confirm it's you. Then you go to a lawyer, and I'm sure government can provide one. You get a DIPON.
Yes.
Then it goes to the Ministry of Lands. You get it registered. Then once it's registered, now you go to the ID section.
Why Ministry of Lands?
Yeah.
That's an important part. Why
Yeah.
Ministry of Lands?
That is for what do they call it? There is a way they register, they stamp it. I'm forgetting what they call it. Yeah, but it's a registered deed poll. It has to go through the Ministry of Court to make the requisite payments,
Okay.
and then you have it.
So now you
Then you have it
change from-
gazetted.
Yeah, then it's gazetted
Oh.
actually.
Yeah, it has to be gazetted.
Oh yes,
Kenya
yes,
Gazette.
yes. Kenya
Wow.
Gazette,
Yeah.
Okay.
which I learned happens on Fridays.
Yeah.
So if you want it next Friday, you start on Monday. If you go on Friday, it's the other Friday. And they are very efficient, by the way.
So this is how you get called Carol Bishop.
Oh,
You go
really?
to the chief,
Yeah.
become Carol Bishop.
Yeah.
She wants to be Carol Bishop.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
one of the guys here on the camera is called Bishop.
Oh.
He has had her eyes have been on Bishop for a while.
Wow. Wow.
Single, I'm married.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing married. I think the young men nowadays are very lucky.
Yeah.
You know, our time, even if I don't even think chicks would get to like someone. Or even to akwambia ati anakutaka.
In your
Oh
days?
my, in my days. Even akikutaka anakwambia akutaki.
Okay, still happens now, but girls are a bit
You
more.
like someone? What do you think?
It's like someone.
The only problem here is child. So the story Bishop angekuwa hapo on the way.
Bishop.
Kachai.
Yeah, so now you know. Yeah, so that's how Muthende came. Yeah, and and of course there were a lot of questions after.
Yes.
And as you know, before you are somebody, no one cares.
Yeah.
So when the name now came out, that's when people started saying, "Oh, you changed because of this and that and that." But
There is even a full court case around the name
yeah,
Wamuthende. How did he? Wamuthende was not on the ballot. Actually, the guy who was going to court is arguing
Yes.
that on the ballot paper there was a stranger called Wamuthende who was elected.
yeah.
Oh, a stranger.
So he wants the case thrown out
Yes.
on the basis that Wamuthende was this guy's name.
A stranger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, just picking it from that level, the fact that Wamuthende means a different name in our culture, and you being part of the campaign trail for him, did it at any one point crop up in your strategies or something?
Of course. You know, guys, when guys have their own things and they want to interpret different things, they come up with their thing. But it's true. It actually means that. But so does Itumbi. It means an egg.
Yeah, but I ask. There is a time I was actually it was a graduation function. So you know we really intermarried within the mountain. So this is Ambere who was married with. So they were Kikuyus from Murana. They were excited to see me. That's after eviction.
Yes.
And then so I was asking them, like, I've heard what tandem is. But the beauty about it is there is no single person who doesn't like tandem. Maybe the size. Yeah, I told them. They were maybe the size. Someone a big one, some a small one. But everyone likes it. Even like me, I don't have, but I like to see. So it's a very universal, likeable Yeah. So in a way, I chose the right thing. But now in Bere,
Yes.
in Bere at Embu, it's actually a tough seed to crack.
Oh, it's a seed.
Yes.
It doesn't mean what we thought it means.
No. In Kikuyu, it means something.
Yeah. Very, it's different.
Yeah.
In Kirinyaga?
It means exactly that.
Exactly what?
Till then,
Yeah, so that.
you know, actually how I came to know, and it's very interesting because my dad used it throughout.
Yes.
And you know, we have a big community of Kikuyus back at home.
Yes.
And they used to call him Mudende. So even when I had a meeting with them, I was like, you guys knew my dad. You used to joke with him.
Yes.
He was a funny guy. And they never bothered to tell us what it means until I had Kameme on Kameme radio. They were now making jokes about, imagine if Wamuthende won and he's launching something. How will we say? You know, that's how now I got to learn. It actually means something else.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What would have happened if we had lost this? If you had lost Wamuthende?
Well, politically, it would have been, the former deputy president said it on what would have happened. He basically said in there that if he actually told those people, you cannot let me down. Amwezi niaibisha.
Yeah.
Lazima mpigie mtu, mpigie ule mwingine huyo, that's now Wamuthende. Tutakuwa tumekwisha kabisa. Tutakuwa umesema huyu Kasongo aendelee kuwa rais. So the impact is the opposite. He said it himself, he defined the race. Fortunately, by God's grace, we won.
Yes.
And so what he said is what is there. He cannot now come out. Now I've seen him on TV the other day trying to flip that and say, no, Bere does not indicate anything. It's not an indicator of what the mountain stands for. Yet he himself held the microphone without pressure, without being pushed on top of a car, and said that more than 3 times during the appearance.
Yeah, in fact, he just did an emotional campaign.
Yeah.
We had a campaign based on issues, our agenda. He was just an emotional guy. Yeah, just like Dennis said. Yeah, and he actually said, Wambere, nyinyi mtaturudishia heshima. Huu jamaa hatuheshimu. Nyinyi ndio mnaturudishia. Those words actually stated with verbatim. So you can't come around and say that that vote meant nothing. And then, if you look at the impact afterwards, the whole country, from Mombasa, nowadays, wherever I go, people want to see who's this guy because they actually wonder, there is this fact that most of the mountains stood with the president.
Yes.
So people are worried. They like the president, but they know they need the mountains. So when I won, people were like, okay, we are back. And then within the mountain itself, wherever you go, Beru, Kirinyaga, everywhere now, people see that the real voters are with the president, which is a good thing. Yeah.
But they had a campaign in towns.
Yes.
We had a campaign literally in the village.
Yeah.
I am not myself from Bere, but I know a lot of places. I know one of the things that the former deputy president stood and said is that the government has sent me to go buy skumas.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
Yeah.
And that's quality in Sombura.
Yeah.
What he did not understand is that we bought that stuff from traders of Bere and gave it to people who had come to the market.
Yeah.
So the impact was personal.
Yes.
And the vote showed exactly that.
One last question. Didn't get to at any one point anyone like, I am gonna lose this?
Whew. On the last day, around 1 p.m., by these guys, when you are under siege by imported goods, I was like, because those were like our strongholds.
Yeah.
It was a bit scary, but I knew we had the numbers. Actually, we had bigger numbers. Yeah, but some of our people were blocked from voting, and then at that moment I was like, these guys have come with something new to bear because we are not violent people. Okay. And the moment you hear a gunshot, we stay at home. And I was joking with someone and I told them, if you introduce magic, then you see us outside because traditionally we are known for some other things.
Yeah.
If you bring violence, we
Yeah.
stay back at home.
Actually, you know, but it's just in the election.
Yeah.
So apparently, there is one of the guys who was contesting who hires magicians. I don't know if they call them magicians or witch doctors.
Yes.
So hires witch doctors, and in each polling station to basically confuse people as they get in. And something is done over a period of time. So one of the campaign last day activities was to hire local pastors, 2 of them for each of the polling stations.
Yes.
So Wamuthende actually brought us a list
Of
of
pastors.
pastors, 2 of them for each of the very north polling stations, so that they would pray and of course chase away the witchcrafts.
This is very interesting.
Absolutely.
It's so surreal, but if we didn't do that, I feel.
So wait. So what you're saying is that it actually happened.
Yes.
So the mobilizer for witch doctors actually mobilized.
Of course. In fact, on the 2 days before voting, there were funny looking guys moving with a motorbike, especially in Momenji, and that's why even in Momenji we actually did. Apart from the 2 pastors, we also sent a bishop. Yeah.
Wow.
For every
Wow.
every polling station.
So witchcraft is a factor in Berry.
Well,
We can only say it's something that we were told by the residents
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
and we didn't take it for granted. We acted by bringing the opposite.
yeah.
Something else in Mary North.
Yes.
It has been for a long time taken captive by a generation that is way before us.
Okay.
That is my good friend J.B. Muturi and Lady Kivuti.
Yes.
They have controlled the politics of Mbeere North for a long time.
Okay.
This election has signaled that the future belongs to the younger generation.
Yes.
In fact, as we head to the MCA by-elections,
Yeah.
that will be modified. In Evoroli, the contest is now between the older generation, and they have picked a 60-plus candidate, and the younger generation who has been picked a 30 years guy to vie against a guy. So the race is defined. It's a generational.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So actually this win meant a lot, especially for Mbeere people.
Yeah.
Because as much as we talk about the traditional stuff like black magic, we also have clan divisions.
Yeah.
And this time people voted in a very pragmatic way. Like I was elected across. In fact, I won in a broad award, which is predominantly would call JB's zone. So people have spoken. I agree. People have spoken, and people want to move on.
Okay.
I just wish they would just give up and allow us to give these certificates, because from what I gather from people, even the people who now didn't elect me, because there are few things that were saying about me which were so incorrect. In fact, people are told, this guy, you elect him, the next day he'll be in Kilifi. He's not even from here. You know, he's a Maasai, he's a Somali at some point. So now people have seen me. We have implemented what we promised, like a free-day secondary school.
Oh wait. Yeah. So you're offering free secondary school for students?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we are waiting for, we have challenges with the grade 10s. Today I followed up. We are at 68%. The national average is 61%. So I'm so happy today we are at 61. I'm really hoping tomorrow we get to 95. Then next week we launch the free day secondary school. It's free and there is food.
And there is food.
They get to eat.
In the school?
So yes, they get to eat.
That is. Yeah. I know you're not a member of parliament, but you do know how the allocations are done. Why is it that we have some MPs who are able to do this, while some others can't completely do that?
Personal vision and also leadership style. I mean, Wamuthende has not spent more than 3 months in
government,
within the CDF structure,
yeah,
and is already delivering free day secondary education with food. So you did nothing, absolutely nothing when you eat very low. So, I mean, it's leadership style. Everyone gets the same allocation of money, so it's up to you to know how to allocate it. It's not only that, I mean, we were chatting earlier and he already told me he's doing a Kazi Maju program where he will deliver approximately 100 people from there enough to get jobs abroad. And he's already taken initiative, met the minister, and they are now planning to do the function to be able to do that. I know he's been pushing for a road there, the Victoriari Road, and touches on the 3 wards. And I know already now there's some progress on that discussion. So, and the electrification, the other day he was there, you see on his Facebook, trying to put up the poles. So what he promised, he's already doing. So it is leadership style and how, whether or not you promise, you do this, they say you campaign in poetry and govern in prose. Well, it looks like Wamuthende was actually campaigning in poetry and governing in poetry. So what he promises on this day, true.
As you close this Wamuthende opposition, just give me two instances where you now knew you were weeping. Also, the last question: have you ever lost an election?
I think I start from the last one because I think it's a better place. Yes, we've participated in. I was not directly involved, but it was part of what we were doing then. We participated in an election at Hellsgate, and because what we had suggested was not taken care of, we lost that by election at Hellsgate. During the main election, what we had proposed was now taken, we won that election.
Okay, this is in
2021. Okay. During the election, in the Kanjibo one. Then in terms of what made us know we are winning in Bere is 2 instances. When I went to Bere North, one of the things I personally own an area. I know one day you joined us there.
Yeah.
There's an area in Moshanoke where we used to go and shop literally everything, buy literally everything, and then play a game of pool. Their pool table is set just next to the road and it's open. So when the results came from Moshanoke 1 and we were leading, I was like, we have won this election. I was very clear that now if we can win this place, because when we were going there, they were completely hostile. And at the time, after consistently going there, they promised that they would give us a vote. When the results started streaming in, we knew we had completely won. Then my other incident was when now the opposition came, and they began one manner of propaganda.
This is not the actual day of...
No, during the campaigns. Their first propaganda was that he's not registered as a voter, he will not vote.
Yes.
And when he was returning his papers, IBC would already seen that process. And because there's nothing wrong about a registered voter in why you're voting.
Oh, okay.
All the constitution requires is that you're a registered voter. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how
Waititi
was registered elsewhere and divided in Kapeti and one. Yeah, he never voted for himself. But when they started that propaganda, because I knew he was registered as a voter there, I knew it would shame them on voting day. The second bit of their propaganda is when they started saying that, we have taken over our polling station. Where they were saying we have taken over the polling station was the Tibori. Tibori is where the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Geoffrey Lubo, comes from, or the mother comes from. There is absolutely no way he was going to interfere with voting in a place where he was winning anyway. In fact, if you want to interfere with voting, you interfere with voting where you're not winning. And finally is when they started importing goons into the constituency. At one point, the governor of Empu, Leo himself, and the CS were ballooned by goons. And when I was called and I got the police to go and free them, they met people with pangas and drums. It's only people who are losing an election who, instead of investing on a campaign and issues, they invest on violence. So those are the 3 instances when I knew these guys are lost.
Yeah, and during the campaigns, if you remember, the people are so excited about the government and my candidature and the win, such that along the roads, you just, even motorbikes, when they see these campaign vehicles, even unbranded by the way, any vehicle, they'll just either do waving or tutor. And I think that's why the opposition decided to go elaborate on a strategy to mess up the elections and the voting day. So they knew, even as we knew, because you are like, I mean, even the children, everyone you meet along the way, it's two term, two term. So the same thing would happen to them. And I believe that's why they decided to use that strategy. So we knew we were winning. We knew we had a big margin. And I think it will be evident in the coming election.
Wow. Actually, this election didn't start with the campaign. It started in the immersion. We had a retreat. And we had to decide a candidate among 7 people.
Yeah.
So I was given the odious task of doing a poll
Okay.
that will decide who vice.
Among now the 7 UDA and
Yes.
UDA.
Yeah. They, however, all of them, including Leo, you don't know who was doing the poll.
Ah, okay.
So I had a few people, and they went to every polling station in there and they got the data. So when I got the data, I called this guy called Leo. At that point, I didn't even know who Leo was. I knew who Jagago was, for instance. I knew who the speaker was.
Yeah.
Eriko. I didn't know. So when the data came, I was like, no, this must be Leo. Because I mean, these are the giants. How is this guy being the one who comes in? So eventually, there was, I must tell you this,
Yes.
it was seriously acrimonious. The fight for that, to vie on a new DA ticket
Yes.
was a fight.
Okay.
And everybody presented why then.
Uh-huh.
And eventually we settled on Leo. I'm glad we did. The one lesson we can pick from the Berry election, this was a David and Samuel situation, where all the sons are being paraded,
Yeah.
and you're being told who should vie, and you're seeing it must be this guy. It can't be that guy who is in the forest with some cows.
Yeah.
So Leo came as that guy, that other
It was
guy,
that far.
that other guy. Who you had to Google to see who is this guy, and the Google didn't help much either. So when the guy was given the ticket, every time he sat with Leo, I sometimes even did not think he was a candidate. In meetings, he was never given a chance to talk because he used to talk and he told you don't know politics.
Cut out.
Let's work for you. But we are glad we got him. If we didn't have Leo as a candidate for very long, we would probably have struggled.
Wow.
He organized polling stations quietly,
Yes.
implemented a very legal strategy, which I will not, of course, say publicly because we intend to use that legal strategy on the next by-elections. And that it is that strategy. As the other people went to towns to shout and hit their chests and told to raise their legs to no effect, Leo raised his prey, he raised his strategy, and eventually won just by his immunity.
And I have demonstrated that you don't have to answer back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can call you anything. We don't have to.
Quite.
Just tell the people what you want to do and plan to do it. Most importantly, plan to do it. Because I have a feeling people can see through you.
Okay.
So even as Rigiji or Newton, these guys, even as they were talking, people could see through them. You can see an evil person when they are talking. Because he talks with so much anger, bitterness. Sometimes I would wonder. One time he said, he was asked what he will do if I win. He actually said, I will be shocked. Yeah? In fact, he didn't use that word. He didn't use shock. Shock is understandable.
Yeah.
I think he used, what did he say? You remember? Yeah, he said he would be, okay. We'll look for I think it implied he would even faint.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like he had dismissed me completely. Yet, he knew, I think I need to get, there should be a PhD in art. Not a real one.
Yeah.
I mean, there is acting for theater, but a guy speaks the opposite, and he looks at you and he's
Straight in the eye.
He had gone to the crowd, he had done opinion polls, and they knew I'm leading.
Yes.
Yet he could face the camera and say, I will be shocked if this government you dig with. So it's actually very interesting.
Where are the two candidates now?
The former MCS,
Yes.
so they lost their seats. And so now they are looking at the future. I know none of them is contesting in the by-elections.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see. Let the campaign start. We're starting on Friday. Probably the day we'll be releasing this podcast to the public.
Yes.
We'll be starting on Friday. And be assured we'll have a podcast with the two of them having on the UDA ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
Are you in communication with them?
With the...
Like, do you guys talk? Am I?
Yeah. I mean, You mean the ones who lost?
Yes, the ones who lost.
Yeah. We are. People didn't know very much. We are a small community. We know each other, so we speak. I mean, we don't have a reason uh, to dislike each other. So, and I'm really hoping they can be on our side, because the people that held their hand, especially my main competitor,
Yes.
those are people. Their shelf life is, if I could use that one, I don't know what to say, expiry date. Yeah, but they are way into their shelf life.
Wow.
Yeah, because and it's reality. Even today I was at KPC and I say, you don't have to be afraid to call someone old, because it's a natural thing. With age, there is energy and vibrancy in use.
Yeah.
And younger people definitely bring another aspect into leadership.
Yes.
So these guys are on their way out. Actually, I believe they're out. I believe they are getting the 2K per month.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, of course. It's a fact. Even I will get it. Maybe I hope government allows you to nominate someone to bet on your behalf. But unless they have done that, which I know they have not.
Yes.
So I'm sure they are getting 2K per month. So it's my point was, you don't have to cling to such people. Yeah, and I even afterwards, they actually had some good people on their side, because when they were my age, they helped some people. But I was telling these people now, after the election, because now it's over, we've beaten your, inaitwa kwa Kiswahili inaitwa ile that lone buffalo. So we've beaten your. I can. I know it in Kibere.
Just say it in Kibere.
In Itawamogoya Driki.
Ah.
So this is that very angry buffalo.
Yeah.
That is always alone, because it's angry because it can't mate the younger ones who are now mating. It doesn't have it can't stay within. Yeah. Yeah. So now
Are you saying they need to be
yeah. So now that's what I was telling these people.
Yeah.
In as much as they did what they did at their time, God has put us here, and He has put aging as a natural process.
Yeah.
So that now when we take over, those guys, they are side, I'm the one now who can fall. Yeah. And people are relating it, because it's not about enmity, it's not about fights.
Yeah.
They are the ones who picked up a fight with the government for no apparent reason. I mean, for what? Why do you have to tell us to move away from government? It's actually I'm so happy with my people, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if I could get a bulk and pesa and bless everyone in Bere North. They are the best people right now.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even to any Kenyan today, why would you want to leave government? Why?
Not possible.
You have a very hardworking president, I used to switch off my phone. Now I don't.
Oh.
So you have a president who can start his day at 6:30 or even 6, and not to travel just to the office. How can the people feel that?
And then very long is the headquarters of TikTok. Outside Nairobi, the one single constituency with the highest number of content creators on TikTok is Rare.
Do you think it
You
was
asked
because
me
of
about
that
it,
situation?
Oh yeah,
It was probably because of what
Even long before we went in.
Oh, really?
I mean, they have serious content. There's a content creator there doing something around growing of the mogoka tree. There's a content creator there working on life in the rural areas. The spread of TikTok or basically content creators in North has the highest concentration in rural constituencies in Kenya. And I say that with an amount of authority.
Wow. Very good. And
young people in Bere.
for me, I'm super grateful for the chance that I had to come. And one of the things that I really remember very well is being in the Talent Center. It was, oh my God. Yeah, that was one moment that I don't think I'll ever forget. And congratulations to you. Maybe I
think you need to tell people what happened on that Talent Center. At some point, because of your fatigue, in some places you entered 0 votes for Leo, and some point you put 0 votes for the other competitors. So at the point you were getting the first result,
Yeah.
we had a lower difference.
Yeah.
We had to redo the
By
thing.
the way, that is very true. So what happened is that I think we were also panicky at some moment, and I remember people would send it was a photo. It's a process. So we were the people. I was among the people who were entering the actual number. So if it's like, let's say 10:30, at some point we would put 103 instead of 10:30.
Oh.
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
Zingine kama ni 10:30 tunaweka 10:300.
Eh.
So when we finished the tallying and all, what polling centers had sent, tukapata tuko chini. I'm telling you, it was crazy. We had to go back. We had to go back through. We had to redo the entire process, and it was the most frustrating.
Tricky. And after that, we found the winner, and we had such a celebration at Stanley's.
I remember actually tukikaribia kumaliza, because them they were watching us, we were typing. They would literally also calculate with their phones. So they walijua tuko mbele na kama 600 before sasa sisi tumalizie hapo. The feeling of winning is just very.
It was actually amazing.
It was very personal.
Yeah,
What were you at that?
We must celebrate the young people who participated.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, yes,
Hi,
yes, yes,
yourself.
yes, yes.
They did an amazing job, and
Yes.
I appreciate.
Yes.
I was somewhere very tense.
You were too worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God I was not near.
Yeah.
All of
that
it.
and yeah. It was quite a night.
It was something.
Yeah.
And then I think just before we leave that, who is Leo now past politics, past all this?
Just ordinary guy.
Who is my ordinary guy? I might know something there.
An ordinary guy has a job, has a family, either a job or a hustle. Mine is a hustle, a family,
Yeah.
dreams, hobbies. So,
Lakini Leo kuna story hapa. Wanasema uliiba oxygen ya Kenyatta. Wanasema uliiba. Sasa hii oxygen uliiba aje oxygen? Yaani hata hewa. Hata hewa uliiba.
Na unajua watu wanauzanga hewa. Mimi sasa ambao naishi na hewa. It's actually very interesting. It's actually quite sad. Sometimes you wonder why things happen. But I feel if I did get that headlines, maybe pia singejulikana sana. But we have to get to a point as a nation where business wars do not become political.
Yeah.
Or do not become a tool to, you use business rivalry to fight each other.
Yeah.
So because take oxygen for example. So, in a hospital we'll run oxygen. So there are two options where you go to the market and buy oxygen in cylinders or in liquid. You've seen this liquid tanks, right? Or you've not seen. We have, yeah. Yeah, there is liquid oxygen, which is now vaporized to now deliver, because you can't take in, it's very compressed. It's actually very good. We have ice in most hospitals throughout the year because the vaporization process is really condensing. So now, you imagine there is someone making in some hospitals is even like 40 billion a month. Then you come up with a solution and say, actually the air you breathe in, it's 23%, 21% oxygen. So why don't we extract? So when you extract and supply to the hospital, what have you done to the other ecosystem?
Yeah.
With their business.
Yeah.
So there is sabotage. It's a big fight.
Yeah.
And I hope government can strengthen that sector, because ultimately we would need to go to a point where hospitals generate their own oxygen. It is way cheaper. And it creates opportunities for medical engineers. And AMREF has actually been doing it, but in the smaller hospitals, it's working well. But these bigger hospitals, where people earn big millions, it's a fight.
Wow.
So did you survive? Did you supply what you paid
I
for?
supplied and I installed. It's only that at some point it was sabotaged in a very technical way. We actually installed CCTV because we knew this was bound to happen. In fact, during installation, I even had security. Yeah, because any small interference would lead to the whole project collapsing. So now, because we supplied oxygen for almost 8 months
Oh, wow.
to the hospital.
So they actually used oxygen.
They used oxygen from the
And you have some written stuff around that.
Absolutely, we have videos, we have everything.
So you have an oxygen plant?
Yes, it's there.
So it was actually installed and it actually works. So those people saying that you supplied Hewa,
No. The plant is there. It's the largest in Eastern and Central Africa.
You manufacture
Probably
oxygen?
in Kenyatta, yes. You can produce oxygen. Yeah, it's it's interesting. Don't get me to talk science.
Yeah, it's absolutely
It's my passion. I can talk and talk. Yeah. So we are configured to take in 21%.
Yes.
But sometimes when you are sick, your body will not absorb 21%. So you get the recommended is about 90% purity,
Okay.
so that your lungs you are able to get that oxygen. It's given in high concentration,
So
which can be poison at some point, by the way.
Uh-huh.
People also don't know. So you produce it, you get the 21%, get nitrogen. In fact, my next proposal was to have a nitrogen plant, because you also need nitrogen for nitrous oxide in hospitals. So
the point is,
So you take away the biggest chunk of air is nitrogen, 78%. So you take away that, but now we are losing it. So the best thing is to have a nitrogen plant, so that this nitrogen doesn't become waste. What you lose is just what in chemistry. Do you remember noble gases? Yeah. So now, let me actually
Paki hapa kwa supply.
So when we actually installed, tested, and supplied.
for 8 months.
Yes, for about 8 months. Now during that time, I told you I lost someone, and I'm not happy to bring it up here. So that was around May of 2024.
Okay.
Yes. So around July, the plant started developing technical issues, like purity levels would be low. We would get a lot of white powder, within the plant. We didn't know what was happening. The manufacturer tested, everything is okay. Until we realized, like the sieves, they were saying they reduce, let me call them the sieves.
The sieves.
The sieves, now that the filtration collapse are made with a compound that is actually very sensitive to moisture. That's why, in fact, I think we should go there at some point.
I agree.
Yeah,
We should do this podcast there.
I should do a podcast there. Then I explain what's happening until you get oxygen. So all these guys did, I don't know how they did it. So there is an inbuilt mechanism such that if at any point in the process, there is some failure in drying that air.
Yeah.
The air we're breathing has a lot of moisture.
Okay.
So if at any point the air has some moisture, the columns shut, so that this wet air or air with moisture does not get into the columns. So that sensor, it's a 5-part, this is now electronics. It's a 5-part system. So one of them was disconnected. So wet air, wet air got into the columns, the encage, like use, in fact, the best example, when your phone has some moisture, you put it in rice.
Yes.
But imagine if you put a lot of water, the rice loses its absorption
Yeah.
capacity.
Yeah.
So this is now what happened. and the manufacturer. And by the way, we got the best plant, second largest manufacturer of oxygen plants, with production facilities in the US, in Italy, and France. So this is the same person who is being accused of us selling here. If I wanted, I could have gone for, I won't mention the country, you know where. I could have gotten a very cheap plant, but I actually got the best. And the manufacturer, and you know now the other thing that people, I was trying to explain to people, in Europe they are very meticulous.
Yes.
So in essence, those accusing you who's a hewa, the response is actually will use a hewa, and that hewa actually got to the hospital. It was delivered for 6 months.
It was delivered 8 months.
8 months. 8 months. It's brilliant.
Interesting. Now, that is, I think I agree with you. We're going to come back to you.
No, we can actually do, I would invite, but of course,
We'll
We'll come and see so that people understand. Could you say an oxygen plant myself? I'm lost. Anyway, we started for tulianza new month. Let's now, as we wrap up, what caught your attention this season?
The season.
This New Year season.
While I am a bit, I think the Nyota program has caught my attention. This is a situation where we're getting grants of 50,000 shillings to do a business of their choice, and after training. Most times government gives money without training. You go to youth fund, apply for a loan, you don't have a training, you get the money, go. You have a situation where the president will actually give you. Then the other thing is the UDA grassroots election. 20 people per polling station.
Yeah.
Something is going on around there. And I know something else that will happen on the February 2nd. So when February 2nd gets in, that's me know what that was.
One last question on your Nyota. Is the portal open now? Can other youths apply?
I mean, this thing was advertised for a whole year, but people didn't believe it. Others dismissed it as Kaongo. They didn't know actually it was rebranding to Kasonko.
I like that. Kasonko.
Kasonko.
Yeah, they was giving out the money. So people ignored. So that first phase went. But there's a second phase.
Yes.
Where if you're an actor and you've been acting for 20 years, you don't really have to go to university to be taught how to act, and that's what you do.
Yes.
So you do RPL.
Okay.
Whereas RPL means that you're actually giving a certificate for that acting. Then you're given 6,000 for a month for a long time. And not only acting, plumbing, masonry, electrician. In short, you can imagine about a guy who connects for you electricity here now. So that guy has been doing it. All he needs to do is to go back and your basics, that's safety need only, then acquire RPL. Yeah. So that then he's given the certificate, and then he's given 6K a month for a period of time, then transitions to their own business. There are about 4 models of Nyota. So the second model is that one that I've told you. There will be a third and a fourth which we keep discussing, which will then be opened up to the public.
Okay.
Amazing.
We have a section here that it's just that Dennis is making it look very governmental. That's called What Caught Your Attention. So unlike Dennis, please give us something that caught your attention away from your work situation.
Your dress.
My dress. Oh.
And then how did you, is this red or maroon?
This is maroon. Yeah.
Okay.
My director was also saying it is red.
Yeah.
It is maroon.
Okay, so
Yeah.
does that answer you? Because I mean, right now I'm so focused on government delivering to the people and on the president. In fact, I don't know if Dennis can put me somewhere. I love listening to the president. I mean, it's amazing, you know.
I mean, I went to the Trinidad State Lodge, and everybody was demanding Wamuthende must. So, and then he introduced quite a number of things that I feel like doing.
And I think if Dennis, if like you had every stadium with Kenya filled with people, and we just had people listen to the president, I don't know whether you can find time, because when you listen to him, then if you realize the vision, you know, the commitment, the dream, you know, even the Singapore dream. Yeah, I just wish he came in earlier. You know, now if you take me to Singapore and approaching my expiry years, I don't think it's fair. But to the young people, to the Gen Zs, the more reason you have to support government. Because the vision is for you. Yeah, for obvious reasons. I mean, you know, Singapore
The development. Yeah.
and financial independence.
Yeah.
At some point, you know, they actually paid people. Yeah, government had excess.
Oh, they
Even-
had
yeah.
to repay.
You open your M-Pesa instead of Fuliza, you have like 6K in your phone, on your phone.
There's actually a book to that.
Yeah.
Really?
From Bad to Fast One by Lee Kuan Yew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And US has never done it.
Yeah, yes, no.
That's why maybe some people would want like us to
get to
compare
that point.
ourselves to countries in Europe and US. Singapore, what they have achieved, one, we can mirror because we at some point were together, so we can look at their journey. And I get shocked at critics. I mean, it's like for you today, you decide you wear this red dress and people tell you it's not yet Valentine's.
Yeah.
What's their problem? Exactly.
I know.
Oh, I called it red.
It's maroon.
Yeah.
Something caught my attention. It is maroon. This is red, Dennis. Then this is maroon.
Okay.
Yeah. So something caught my attention this season. One, I show speed.
Oh,
Which part did you play that? 'Cause I feel like you played everything.
I wish to remain anonymous on the part that I played, actually because that's what was me and I. Maybe all I can tell you is that at the point when it came to my desk, I asked my good friend June of KTB to take it over, and I handed it over together with some notes, which he implemented meticulously and to the point.
What has his visit done to access Kenyans?
The visibility, I mean, I've looked at the American TikTok of people saying, you know, I Show Speed managed to show a different part of Africa than what we have always thought. We always thought Africa was the Wild West. There were no buildings, there was no activity, there was no experiences.
Yeah.
He managed to bring those experiences to their platforms here. So he did absolutely well. That's actually challenges me. Maybe you should turn this podcast one day to a live show.
Yeah. It's a good idea. We'll think about it. Are we expecting any other guests his level this season?
Many of them, we have quite some. By the way, out of the I Show Speed visit,
Yes.
NBA has made contact and they want to do a court in Mukuru to reach the standards of basketball.
Affordable basketball.
Yeah, the affordable. So that really worked. So there are other many requests which will keep rolling out as we go on. In fact, an NBA team is coming here by the end of this month to try and see what can be done. So we'll give more details as that goes on.
One last thing, something else also caught my attention, True Fena. This tree hugging thing, how something about it, because I feel like people are really just now it's become a way of protesting or something.
Yeah, I actually think Guinness Book of World Records, after the release of the certificate of the 72 hours should, like they have done in other categories of awards, should bring an end to that particular part. So that then we can control it and people are thinking about something else. And there are many records to break. Very many which are not as dangerous and they do not threaten the human body.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, you can do a podcast for 32 hours. Probably that would be something and you discuss something. I mean, there are many other
Activities to do.
And there's also innovation space.
Yeah.
I mean, I just read something that caught my attention of Elon Musk coming up with a floating shoe, where the idea is actually that you can fly by wearing that shoe. So maybe cars in the future will not be a thing because you can fly anywhere. So, and maybe the aviation now has to come with new rules on how airplanes and human beings flying have to coexist.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's space for innovation. We don't have to do the same things that Trufena has done her part.
Yeah.
She is going on with the beat that she did. I've seen her doing quite a number of things. But now we need to move from that to another.
I totally agree. Like, in my constituency, there was someone. He actually did 90 hours, but it wasn't for the Guinness Book of Records. He needed some development, it was more of activism. And, I am actually thinking him he'll be the first person to go to Dubai.
Oh, for the job.
For the job.
Wow.
Then today I got a call. There is another one who is now protesting my case because he says I'm working hard for the people and I've been distracted by the court. So it's a good cause, but then it says we need to reconsider something different.
As we wrap up, oh my God, we're wrapping up onto this. So, were you supporting Senegal or Morocco?
This is Senegal.
You?
Yes.
or supported Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mane used to play for Liverpool, by the way. Liverpool.
Okay.
So
Said my choice also is Yako.
Yeah.
That's side of prayer life.
What do we expect? I hear we have the same sort of tournament coming in. Is it next year or this year?
next year, AFCON. We care the next year. When that's a whole discussion, we bring the FKF president, we bring in the ministry, then we can have a discussion about AFCON.
So
We can read at Atlanta, by the way.
yeah. So that's right.
Simeon and do the podcast at Atlanta.
All right. It's really been nice. I think we wrap it at this point.
But we have a question for you. Sasa wewe na Bishop. We have
I mean, it's a new year. Can I?
when are you cooking tea first?
Wamuthende, when Wamuthende gets a cow, he still doesn't have a farm for cows.
No.
Oh, you want to
You
keep
do.
a farm for you?
You want
We'll get a person with a cow.
Yeah,
We'll get a fresh milk and cook for us.
and I'll milk it.
Yes, he will milk.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll cook.
No problem.
As long as it's in mere,
Yeah.
thick,
Very good.
that's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Say.
a wrap, guys. Thank you so much.